Right, here at the annual general meeting of VNS Daith UK, I have with me Michael. Hello, Michael.
Hi there.
How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm very fine. I've just watched you give a Daith piercing, and I've got to say it was a ballet.
Yeah.
It was graceful, it was beautiful, it was swift. It wasn't a Daith piercing per se, I think, as you said in there. It was another part of the ear. Tell me about that.
It's related. It does the same stimulation as the Daith piercing, not quite as much, but a part of the nerve gets stimulated, and there's an acupuncture point as well that helps release muscle pain or muscle tension.
So what informed the decision to stimulate that part of the ear rather than the Daith, which is what we know it by, isn't it? It's almost like a generic term, I guess, isn't it, for the cartilage in the ear? Like, we say Hoover for a vacuum cleaner here, but it's not a Hoover.
No. The thing is, this woman already had the Daith piercing done, so this was a supplement to that.
Supplement.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Excellent. I noticed she had what looked like acupuncture needles as part of the diagnostic process. How do you read that? How do you read it?
Yeah, you can measure it by two ways. There's we have an apparatus that can measure the frequencies in the body, and we have the old way, as we call it, where you touch or feel your way through. And when the client gets sore or feels something that
tells you
pain, that tells that's the point.
Little cluster of nerves, that's the location.
Exactly.
Optimum, I guess. Yeah? Almost like kind of the most sensual part of the ear is your portal. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, you can put it like that.
Yeah. Okay. So, how long have you been doing this practice? I mean, how did you come to it, and how long have you been doing it?
This doing the vagus nerve stimulation I've done for 7 years.
Okay.
We started out by doing it, and there was this. People started to realize this does something for migraines, and then of course we got curious. What's happening here? Why is this happening? Why can't we put something in people's ears, and then all of a sudden it's a completely different person? Gets rid of tension, gets rid of migraines, a lot of things. So we started to looking into that, and have done a lot of research. What is this? I have some doctors. Look into it as well. So the last 7 years has been, research and investigating.
It'd be fair to say that some of the science is unknown, but it doesn't necessarily make it pseudoscience, does it? I mean, I can speak experientially for myself. It has worked for me, and I'm pretty scathing about any alternative therapy, and with good reason. Yeah. But you yourself are sat. I mean, I've only seen a case of one, me, that I can trust. But you've done hundreds, maybe thousands of people. What you're satisfied that this is not pseudoscience? Yeah,
I am. We've done a survey. I've pierced over 17,000. We have 84% has some kind of relief. Yeah. Or even everything. It just takes everything away. This is our own survey. But when you compare it to what the studies have been in Denmark, where I'm from, when they have done this to epilepsy, where you use vagus nerve stimulation as well, they come to the exact same success rate. That's 84%. So we know this is not all pseudo. It's all documented as well in some point, not as the vagus nerve stimulation via Daith, but in
vagus
epilepsy.
Nerve in general.
Yeah,
vagus nerve manipulation in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of which the Daith is one aspect.
Yeah.
Do you see? I mean, we are dealing with needles basically. There's echoes of acupuncture there with, and you even use some of the same kind of needle for the diagnostic process, obviously, but not for the actual piercing. Do you see a continuation of technology, or is this as far as it needs to go? It's a bit like vinyl records. It's happy where it is, and that's fine. It's not broke, don't fix it. Or do you see in the future there might be some kind of laser pinpointing of the vagus nerve or something like that, or manipulation of?
Yeah. I think there's still ways to go at some point. I think we've come quite a long way because vagus nerve stimulation has been done for quite a long time with Botox injections, things like pacemakers. can always also do a stimulation with. Pacemakers, you use that on very bad cases of epilepsy to stimulate the vagus nerve this way, and that has made...
Seriously?
Yes.
They used implanted electronics, pacemakers, to stimulate the vagus nerve?
Yes. When they have very bad seizures, you can go in and actually shock them in the vagus nerve, and that calms everything down. So it's used that way as well.
I had no idea.
No. So the thing is, it's not so pseudo as you might think. So from back when we started, when everything was just like, is this just,
hippy dippy?
Yes, exactly. We've come a long way to see that this is actually something. This is working for more than just migraines. There's so many things in the body. There's so many diseases. So now we've come so far in the knowledge of what can this do and how does it do it. So at some point, I believe we will be there. We know 100% what's happening. We have, I'd say, 80, 90% there now.
Do you know what I kind of envisage? Yeah, like for example, a piercing, which for me worked as a low-level migraine sufferer, but loads of anxiety, loads of overthinking. It did seem to help out with that. I kind of fancy the idea of a piercing that is somehow intelligent and maybe electronic, and maybe like the pacemaker administers at the right time, like some little microcomputer on board. You know? Who knows?
Who knows? It might be an idea, because you can make acupunctural stimulation with small electrical stimulations. Maybe combine that with a piercing. You never know.
Yeah. And of course, you being in the industry, you will be at the forefront of that when it emerges.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, because I take it you and your peers and your contemporaries and your fellows are on board in talks with each other all the time and swapping notes. I mean, I noticed you swapping notes upstairs, and it was quite interesting watching 3 or 4 of you.
Yeah. The thing is this is not a job for us. It's become a passion, because it's so interesting what happens and what you can actually do, because there's something in this. This is not just some kind of treatment that might work or might not work. We actually know this. There is something in this. This works. There's something here that's right. We just need to pinpoint exactly where we're going and how to do it the perfect way. I would say we are close, but there's still a long way to go.
Yeah, and frontiersmanship, frontiersmanship. Never mind.
I got it.
Right, gratuitous plug for you and your business. Where are you? Websites, city? You're in. Where are you in Denmark?
Denmark, some Aarhus. It's called. Yeah.
And how do people, if they're in Denmark, or Danish people, get to you, website and location-wise, mate?
Right now, it's the website is called pierceartist.dk. There will be later a website called VNS Daith by Pierce Artist. Yeah. Because we're just now starting to...
Because you're affiliated with VNS Daith, Tracy Perkins.
Exactly.
And then sure there'll be a link on the British side.
Of course there will.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, excellent. And rather like VNS Daith, you got your kind of stock of gorgeous retail, your jewellery, all that kind of
I've got actually quite a lot more.
Have you?
Yes.
All right, okay.
I have a shop on the high street that does nothing but cosmetic piercings.
So you've got access to a whole raft of fantastic jewellery, yeah?
Yes, so there's quite a lot you can get, also for changing afterwards. And so if you're not just in it for treatment, there's also the bling.
The bling, yes. Sort of healing bling.
Yes.
Yeah, excellent. Michael Strauss, thank you very much.
You're
Details
welcome.
on the British website, VNS Daith. Details also on VNS Daith, or correct me?
Yeah, VNS Daith by Pierce Artist.
Beautiful. Yes. Thank you, Michael Strauss.
You're welcome.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.